day. Yeah. What we do today? Yeah, yeah. I'm just trying to make a way, trying to make it out.
Welcome back to another episode of Road to William. I got my Cuzzo with me, Ashley from I Be Ballin' Basketball Show. Go check out her channel. Do you want to tell the folks a little bit about what your channel is about, what to look forward to when they hop on your TV screen?
Yeah, go check out I Be Ballin' Basketball Show. It's about everything basketball. I cover the NBA, the WNBA. I cover my Milwaukee Bucks because I'm a huge fan, as you guys can see. And, I cover college. I do basketball movie reviews. And, I cover a lot of the basketball world, men's, women's. Yeah, I do it all,
Yep, and she just dropped a video today. Go check it out. It's with the Ball family.
Yep.
I used to watch them. They should bring that back. That should be on Hulu, Netflix, one of them.
Ball in the family. Yep. I have a segment called Family Ballers because a lot of these kids have, relatives that play basketball or their father or mothers play basketball. So I watch their highlights. It's just pretty cool.
Yes, go check out our channel. Today we are doing a movie review on Culpa. Now, I don't care if I said it wrong. Y'all get the gist with the thumbnail. With Kelly Rowland and the guy from Moonlight. What's his name?
Trevante Rhodes or something?
Yeah. Ashley would know him. She must have a crush on him. So
it's fine, yeah.
She has a type. Did he play basketball? You know he played basketball. No, I'm just kidding. But your eyes lit up.
Wow. That was a nice joke.
We're gonna dive into the movie. So overall, just to recap, kind of the gist. Kelly Rowland stars in this film as Mia.
Yeah.
Harper. And Trevante Rhodes plays Zaire Malloy. And he's in some trouble, okay? He's getting framed for killing his girlfriend.
Mm-hmm.
And Kelly Rowland plays Mia, and she's his lawyer. So she's representing him, so she's trying to figure out the facts. While doing that, her life is in shambles, okay? Her husband ain't working because he was on the job drunk or whatever. He was intoxicated, and he's an anesthesiologist. And so he got basically fired from his job. And so she's holding the back burner everything. But saying, wow, her husband's family is terrible to her. And they don't like her. They don't even think the son should be with her. The mother's horrible. Like, she lying about her illnesses and all sorts of stuff. Nobody knows till later. But her husband's brother is an asshole. So we're like, okay. It's the typical movie shit. You're like, oh yeah, the family can't stand her, right? But they don't know that she's like keeping it all together. And he's just playing a regular light-skinned dude. Ain't really, he's cheating on her, of course, or whatever. Claim he ain't. But we're gonna go into her husband because he really pissed me off. But we're gonna dive into Kelly's character and Trevante's. Now, overall, for me, I think the film, at first seeing it, I'm like, because I saw it twice. I saw it by myself, and I saw it with my lady. This first time around, I'm like, it's not terrible, right? I don't know what everyone's talking about. But then when you watch it a second time, it just, you start unraveling stuff that just doesn't make sense. It just doesn't make sense. I think at first I was watching it just to watch it as a movie. And then the second time I was just like unpicking everything. So I think the movie, if we're doing 5 stars, we're giving it a 3, and that's being nice. I'm giving it a 3. My cousin's gonna go into how she feels. I'm giving you a nice 3 out of 5. And some people probably shouldn't even think I'd give you that. Tyler Perry is the one who wrote it, directed it, all that. If you're not a Tyler Perry fan, you probably shouldn't watch this film because it's gonna piss you off. But yeah, so Ashley, tell me about how you felt about the movie. How did you like the movie? And like what was some parts where you were like, they could have done better?
Well, I definitely give it a 3 out of 5 because the movie to me starts off slow. I already know what's going to happen most of it. You know, Kelly Rowland is supposed to play a strong lawyer, smart lady, right? And you kind of already know, she's gonna slip up and make a mistake of sleeping with him, because it was like, ooh, steamy thriller, suspense, ooh la la, erotic, I didn't understand why Kelly Rowland's character. I liked her acting, I liked her character, but her friend, the private investigator man, and her friend
Yeah.
was like, your husband's cheating on you, right? And she just left Zaire's loft. And she saw that Zaire was hooking up with, a lady. She just left the Zaire's loft. She finds out her husband's cheating on her, which later in the movie, he wasn't. Well, he did cheat on her before, but this particular photo was like, oh, the husband's cheating again, but he wasn't. So I guess she wants revenge, or she's sad or something, and she sleeps with Zaire. And I knew it was going to happen, but it made me mad because you're supposed to be this smart lawyer, and I knew she was going to slip up, but it still made me mad. And then it's kind of nasty because you saw that he was just hooking up with, this other girl, and for some reason, I was on my phone because the first half of the movie is very boring, very slow, very boring. I guess they call it slow burn. I don't like that term. It's like a slow burn movie. I don't like slow movies. But this is not one of Tyler Perry's best films. But I didn't understand how his loft turned into some porno orgy thing. I don't know how that happened, but she still did it. And there had to be a twist. It couldn't be, okay, he murdered the girlfriend. I do like the scene where Kelly Rowland was running because she saw the girl that supposedly the Zaire killed, but she's alive, right? She sees the girl and she's like, wait, you. And I like that action scene. I like action. So I liked that scene. But yeah, for a sexy thriller, it wasn't sexy. You know what I mean? So that takes points off because it was supposed to be a sexy thriller. It wasn't sexy to me. Even though Zaire is a great sexy man, he's fine. I just didn't think it lived up to the whole steamy thing. And then this whole thriller thing, you kind of already know, what's gonna happen. But there was a twist. That's why I gave it a 3. The whole twist about the family being, in on it. The family was in on it, pretending that the mom had cancer, and the brother-in-law wanted to run for mayor and all that. And I'm like, and they're both lawyers, so they're going at it because, first of all, she needs to take this case because of the money situation. Her husband, they're having problems, they're in counseling, they're having problems, he lost his job, like you said. And it's like, So that's why I don't understand her whole revenge thing on sleeping with the guy in the first place. You know this marriage is over, Kelly. You know this marriage is over. So why bother getting your revenge sex on and catching a disease or possibly getting pregnant? You know this marriage is not going anywhere. The mother doesn't like you. The husband is weak, and then he slaps her in the car trying to be all, oh, I'm a man, now I'm gonna slap her now. And it's like, first, your character was weak, and now you think you can just do anything to your wife? I don't understand that, you know? And the mother. I knew something was up with the mother because she kept wearing a wig and then she kept wearing a scarf. And I'm like, why are you going back and forth? And I'm not saying people with cancer are weak, but I didn't see no weakness, or no sickness. So I knew something was up. And it's like, you want to be a mayor and you're already into this dirty stuff. We know politicians and mayors and the government is. So Tyler Perry, I need you to make something different. All of these movies are almost the same. Why are you doing this? I need you to do something different. Can you make a coming of age film? I understand you like to make these movies about these women, but it's like, can you do something different? I know you don't want to be Medea. I'm not saying Medea, but I'm just saying you need to show people you have range. You can't just do the same thing over and over. And I understand we want drama, we want suspense, but you need to do something different. Because Jordan Peele is going to take over. Jordan Peele is going to take over. And it, I understand you're directing and you're writing. Why don't you delegate some? I understand you have all these TV shows, you have all these movies. Oh, listen, I'm not a Tyler Perry hater because I love Medea movies. I love Boo. I love Diary of a Mad Black Woman. I like Meet the Browns. But some of these TV shows you got are just, I know you getting these black people these checks, but it's still gotta be good. You know what I mean? Having Have Nots was a fire show. Oh, I'm watching right now. I'm watching Bruh on BET Plus. That's good. I'm only on the first season, but so far it's good, right? I'm not watching The Oval because it just made me think of the Have and Have Nots with all that music in the beginning. Okay, I'm sorry I'm ranting. Oh, but I gotta give Tyler Perry his props. There's this show on BET Plus called All the Queensmen. That's 10 for 10. It's with Ava, that model turned actress. It is really good, y'all. It is really good. Now the men are stupid in it, but the woman is the boss. Oh, they call her madam. But basically, this movie, go check it out for yourselves. Write in the comments what you think. I don't think it's his best movie. I don't think it is very great. I was being generous with 3. I could have said 2, but I was being generous because I like Tyler Perry, and he did come up with a twist in the end. She had to fight the whole family off. They was trying to kill people. Oh, and one of the wives did die, and I'm like, all because she cheated on you, bruh. You trying to get another black man in jail, bruh. The music was good, the artistry was good, but why are you drawing women that you slept with? It's like, I don't know whether to be, if I slept with you, I don't know if I should be insulted or thank you for the good painting. I don't know. But I'm done ranting. You can you can go. I'm sorry for this rant. Tyler Perry does this to you. I
Now,
don't know.
shout out to Charlize was her name. She was the wife of the brother-in-law. She was, and I know her for P Valley, from P Valley. So shout out to her. They need to bring P Valley back. I don't know where all these shows are going. Ever since that strike happened, I don't know why all these shows are disappearing, but I'm not trying to say that's why it is. But I'm just saying. Anyway,
It takes a while, probably.
yeah. Anissa pointed this out to me, and it made so much sense that it made like me more confused, I think. But it made not that it made sense, but it confused me. But I was like, oh, I missed that. At the end of the movie, remember in the beginning, they're like, oh, the bone fragments, all this blood, and the DNA was her, but they found her alive. Okay, whose blood was that, and whose bone fragments?
Wow.
Whose bone fragments was there?
Yeah.
Was oh, we get a little. Were you that rough? Sex shouldn't be that rough. You shouldn't be doing the most. Was it that time of the month? Did they use the blood from that? Where are they getting this blood from? It's seeping through your neighbor's ceiling. What?
Yeah.
So I don't know. Then they never addressed what happened. They never addressed why she did it. She's like, and that running scene stressed me out. She's like, hey, come back here. And then she's booking it. Hey. Hey. And she said, sprayed her. I said, oh, snap. I said, I hope that was water because that looked like it really hurt. Like Kelly's acting, her acting, great. Okay. As great as you can be on a Tyler Perry film. What I've learned from Tyler Perry, and I also am a Tyler Perry fan. Okay. Like I grew up with Tyler Perry. I've seen his work and then all that. I actually am a Madea fan. I love Madea. But sometimes when it comes to a Madea, I mean, not a Madea film. When it comes to a Tyler Perry film, I don't know what it is, but when the best actors and actresses could be on that set, and for some odd reason, it just never translates. It's like they're not putting, not that they're not putting, I don't know. Are y'all putting y'all best foot forward? Or is it how he structures it that makes it, I feel like the way he structures it makes it impossible for them to really act. And that's what I get every time I watch someone great on the screen. I think Kelly, the only time I ever seen Kelly act was on Jason, Freddy vs. Jason, and she died. And that's the only time I've ever seen her act. So I think this was her big breakout role. And hey, it could have been worse, right? We could have been like 0, right? Could have been 0 out of 5. But she did what she could. They didn't mess with her hair. I could tell that. She didn't have no Tyler Perry wig on. She had her hair probably on her own stylist. It was probably in her contract. Y'all not touching my hair, okay? What y'all do, and y'all doing the most. Even Travante's acting. We've all known. I know him mainly for Moonlight. And I think he's an amazing actor, but I think it's restraints on set every time. It happened again with Taraji, with that movie where her husband took all her money and stuff. I forgot.
Yeah, Harmony or something.
Yeah.
Or something.
Journey Smollett, when that movie Temptations, I was like, what's going on? Because we all know her for good roles like Eve's Bayou, for one. And she was a child. And I was like, she's amazing. So rest in peace, Cicely Tyson. They had her in that bogus wig in that movie before she passed. I just don't know what it is, but I do think that he needs to switch it up. I know it's almost rewarding. I used to like really think that was amazing that all the credits used to be his name. Like, oh, you really did everything. But you're at the top. You don't have to do everything anymore. It's good if you want to talk about Black women. Ask some Black women in your life to help you write it. I think, and even if you want to be the writer, you need to like have someone help direct. I think that's what's going on. Something's off on set. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's the fear of, oh, Tyler Perry's on set, so we have to do it his way, or I think he needs to let actors range out more. You're not letting them act as much. Okay, it's the nicest way I can put it. Um, they never addressed what happened to all that blood. That's what's pissing me off the most. Because he just walked away like, yeah, you ain't gotta go. What? Yeah, and also, why did you have sex with that man after he was, I don't care her color, her skin, but he was fucking a white girl. So why, and then he had the nerve to try and, when she came back, he had the nerve to try and have sex with her right after it. And they had to go on a little drive date. They tried to be like Love Jones on that motorcycle. You know what I mean? Get on that. We about to drive.
Oh my goodness.
And maybe clear your head. So then when we come back, you still ain't take a shower. Like, what are you doing? Did you use a condom? You couldn't have. Not the way y'all was banging on that floor. Ain't no way he used one. So my thing is, what are you doing? Also, who needs to be on the cross crucified is her friend, the dude from Sister Sister. Hey, you're not a good investigator. You're terrible. You're not my friend anymore. You're terrible. It's your fault I cheated.
I thought he was in on something.
Yeah, I couldn't trust him from the beginning either. But even when the beginning, they're like, oh yeah, he's up to something. Y'all both were wrong. How did y'all get y'all degree? How did you pass the bar? Because y'all both were completely wrong. They were like, yeah, something ain't right about him. No, he a gigolo. Listen, speaking of having to have nots, how you gonna skip over the mama from the having to have nots who was in it? She was the older lady who he remember, she was the one everybody was protesting against outside, and she was
Yeah, Veronica. He gave Veronica a role. I thought that was awesome.
Yes.
She
Angela
was
Robinson.
herself. What's her name?
Angela Robinson.
Okay.
Amazing actress. I was so geeked because at first I'm like, who is gonna be the lady? Who is that lady inside? Because you couldn't really see who it was. Hold on. And so
God bless you.
and so I was like, I was geeked. I was like, I told Nessa, I was like, Nessa, you don't even understand. Because she hasn't seen the Have and Have Nots. I'm like, she used to piss me off every episode that she was on. But I'm glad he let her in the movie. That was a great way. Even though the film wasn't that great, it was still watched by a lot of people, probably even more than people who would watch the Have and the Have Nots. And so the fact that Angela got her break, I'm proud of that. Hopefully she can expand more outside of the Tyler Perry realm and kind of act for other people. But yes, we do have to give credit to Tyler Perry because he has been putting green dollars in Black people's checks. People have been eating. They've been putting a roof over their head because of his checks. I saw Tamala and David Mann's house. And I'm sure it wasn't just because of them Kirk Franklin checks from back in the day. I think it was them Medea checks, and all the meat. It was like,
and they got their own show and stuff.
Yeah, and I be watching their show on YouTube. They be cooking and stuff. They call it Man TV. Go check them out. I'll put in the link in the description. But overall, this movie, I wanted it to give a 2.5, but I'm like, let me just give them a little boost. But I want to see Kelly act more. And I think she did a really good job. I think as good as she could have done in the circumstances. I want to see her do more. I do. But overall, yeah, we need more writers in the room. It ain't got to be a whole bunch. Let one in. Just be like, oh, I co-wrote with, just invite at least one. It ain't got to be a whole team, but respect the vision. Just like you learn from other Black women in your life, because he said he has. That's how he got Medea's. It started with Medea, like it was inspiration from the women in his life. Okay. It can't keep being just the inspiration. You're going to have to let a Black woman in that room to help to talk how they would talk and move. And what's the real, it doesn't have to be the same old all men ain't shit, you know, and
Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah.
and it's also like you said, she could have caught a disease just living in that moment. I mean, that's what happened in the Temptations movie. I mean, it's just, and then at the end, like she threw her phone away. I'm like, okay, okay, but I don't know why that pissed me off, but it
And
did.
she got shades on like she's embarrassed and,
Yeah,
covering herself like she doesn't want to be seen. And
yeah. Her husband can go to hell because when they found out she was sleeping around with Travante's character, like he bawled, he was crying, like he was about to pass out, like, oh my God, she cheated on me. I'm like, if you don't, you got some nerve. But he was already doing the most when the mom was like, oh, you know, say goodbye to him, make sure you hug him, and make, come on, bro, come on. Like, the whole family pissed me off. Okay, but overall, the movie 3 out of 5. Cuzzo, do you have any last words for the movie? Mia
so
Culpa.
it wasn't the best, if if I had to rate, the top 10 Tyler Perry movies, it wouldn't be in the top 10 for me. But Kelly Rowland has been in like some Lifetime movies.
Oh,
They're Christmas movies. Like it's called Merry Little, Christmas. And she's been on a couple of other black stuff, but playing the mother, and stuff like The Curse of the Bridge Hollow. That's like a Marlon Wayne's Halloween movie that came out last year. And Fantasy Football, that's another movie she was in with the blackish girl. So she's been in some stuff, but this is definitely like her breakout role because this is like Netflix and everybody watches Netflix. People don't really watch some, Lifetime sometimes, um and I was surprised that they made this movie such a big deal. Like a lot of people saw it, but I didn't realize I saw like so many celebrities, and it was great seeing so many black celebrities go to the premiere, and even Beyonce was there. I was like, wow, so many. But I guess they do it big for movies that aren't in theaters anymore. They're like doing big things for like all these apps, Netflix, Hulu. They're still doing premieres even if it's not in theaters. So I thought that was cool. But overall, Tyler Perry, you need to get other people's perspectives, when you're writing this. It doesn't have to be, it could be less than 5 because there's confusing parts in your story. There's holes in your story. And if you have other eyes on it, 'cause I can imagine that you're so busy writing so many scripts, you're tired, you miss stuff, right? Juggling stuff. Have someone else help you because I get it. You're the writer, you're the director, you're the executive producer. We get it, but you also gonna have other names under there because you can also give other people checks, like not just acting checks, but hey, here's a producer check, here's a writer check, a director check, because yeah, if you have another actor, maybe a Tasha Smith. She's been doing a lot of great directing. Regina King has been doing directing. I think Vivica A. Fox. You have one of them do it. Hook the black women up because he's always making it about black women, and I get it. That's the theme. But I just want something different, Tyler Perry. Anything different would be good. A scary movie, without Medea, that would be good. A coming age, something for the 20-year-olds or the 30-year-olds, or something for the high school kid. I don't know, Tyler. I know you're doing your young Dylan thing on Nickelodeon. Praise to you. But please do something different. Do something like Crooklyn, following the little girl or something, Do something different, Tyler. Please. I beg of you. But thank you, Tyler, for all your great movies. I really, really love it. The Medea character is priceless. I'm rambling, but make sure you guys go and hit that like button, that comment button, subscribe to Road to William, RTW. Go on the journey, go on the road. If you want to go and take a ride with me with three, must be the money. Take a ride with Road to William and go to my channel too. Send some basketball people my way. Hey, do your dance. Stay ballin'.
And I want to get into acting, so I'll be on set. Y'all not touching my hair either. I'm my own barber. If you need barbers, I'm a barber. I can line people up because your barbers be pissing me off. I don't know if you're the barber as well, is directing and there, but you're not touching my hair. It's gonna be in my contract.
Oh my goodness.
If I'm on set, my cousin got to be on set. We want a trailer. It ain't got to be too fancy long. Ain't no bugs in it. We just want a fridge with some food, snacks. But I heard Why Did I Get Married is coming out, a new one. I have a concept for that. I have a role in my head. I could be in that for that. But hit me up, Tyler. You know how to hit people up. I don't know how you get people's phone numbers. I don't know that. I don't know how people do that. But hit me up. Call me. If I don't answer, text, because I'm not going to believe it's you. And also,
I love Why Did I Get Married 1 and 2.
Yeah.
I love it.
1 and 2. 2, y'all could have kept, but fine. We needed
it's like those, I don't know.
Because there was a lot of OGs in that movie. Like, he gathered up a bunch of OGs. Like, some of the people in Mia Culpa, I'm like, I only know Kelly and Trevante. And maybe I've seen the mother before, but, and yeah, we all know Dude from Sister Sister, but I think Why Did I Get Married? It wasn't just about one story. I think what carries Why Did I Get Married? It's like a bunch of marriages, and they differ from each other, and they're all trying to stay afloat. I think that's what makes them stay up, stay above the water. Jill Scott's in it. You got everybody's in it. Everybody. Dude from
Sharon Neal is in it from she played the mom of the amateur dude.
We just reviewed that. Go check out my cousin's channel. And even if you're not gonna have a whole bunch of familiar faces, like, the story gotta be there. Because really, people are only coming at the storyline. The storyline has to be on point. Like my cousin said, you might be missing stuff because you got a whole bunch of stuff on your plate. We don't know. But keep it up, Tyler. I think you need to take some people's advice and kind of go with that. Tasha Smith is a good one to help direct. Plus, you've known her. She's been in Why Did I Get Married? But she's developed, look how she's helped develop BMF, and BMF is like its own thing. And that's blowing up. So I feel like if you start allowing people to just help you and help, and then y'all they understand your vision, they can execute it even further than you can, because you can only go so far alone. And you don't need to go alone anymore. But I know it's probably like that. You don't want to let go of that control. But if you really want your vision to be above and beyond, I think you need to expand that. Even Jesus had disciples. You know what I mean?
Exactly. He had a crew. Yeah.
If it wasn't for the disciples, we probably wouldn't even hear about Jesus in the way we hear about him today. So Jesus could have just been another random man who was crazy. Everybody didn't really take him serious.
Come follow me. I was pretending. Yeah, man. I remember some movies that I really liked. A Family That Prays. I really liked that one. And you got to take it back. Go back to the basics, Tyler. Go back to the basics. Because your early stuff, banging. this stuff, Mia Coppola, I don't know if you was in a rush. Netflix probably said, hey, you got to put something out, Tyler. And then he probably like, okay, let me do this. Okay. Um, but yeah, that's a nice one.
Fair.
This is the best I can do. But nah, man. Like you said, the OGs. But yeah, I think he should collaborate. And it don't even have to be, it can be well-known people, not well-known people. Just collaborate. Your name can go first and they can go on the bottom. It's all good. But Tyler Perry, you are definitely a legend and an icon. Don't take this as a slight. This is just constructive criticism.
Shout out to my Cuzzo. We dropping reviews. Go check them out. We recapping them. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Comment some of your favorite part of the movie. The worst part of the movie. Let us know. But that's gonna be all, y'all. Peace.
Peace. Stay rolling.
Reppin' the WNBA, baby. Ayy. Put your W's up, put your W's up, put your W's up. PG is free, back with the Mercury.